You've been sensing a shift. A weight in the silence, a signal in the ache. And maybe you couldn't put a name to it, but your soul recognized it. The angels say, this love, it was never random. It was whispered into existence before you took your first breath. There's a reason your heart keeps returning to him, again and again, even when logic tells you to let go. Even when silence becomes the only language between you. Because what you two share didn't begin here. It's older than memory, deeper than time. This connection is sacred and chosen. He was placed in your path not to complete you, but to awaken you. To mirror the light you had concealed. To draw out the love you tried to give to everyone else but yourself. The angels are clear, he doesn't fully understand it yet. But he feels it. In his chest. In dreams he won't discuss. In moments when your name echoes in his mind like a prayer he never intended to pray. You were assigned to his soul as a reminder. That love can be gentle and real. That grace walks in human form. There's a time coming, not far off, when the truth of this love will no longer be hidden. It will confirm everything you've sensed. Everything you've kept in secret. And in that moment, you'll know it was never in vain. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them. Ephesians 2 verse 10. He wasn't distant because he didn't feel. He pulled away because he felt too much. The angels say, this man carries old wounds dressed in silence. Memories locked away in tight corners of his chest, guarded by fear, wrapped in shame. And when your light touched those places, it burned. Not to harm, but to reveal. You think it was something you said, something you lacked. But what stirred inside him wasn't about you. It creates a ripple effect in the universe. Your light becomes a beacon, guiding others, including him, back to their truth. Remember that love is not a transaction. It's an experience. And while it can be intense and overwhelming, it should never make you feel lesser or unworthy. Embrace your journey. Every step, every moment, is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. And as the angels remind you, the most profound relationships are built on the foundation of two whole individuals choosing to share their lives. So stand firm in your power. Embrace your worth. You are a gift to the world, and your authenticity will always shine brighter than any external validation. Let go of the need to fix, to save, or to chase. Instead, focus on nurturing yourself and your dreams. The right connection will come when you are fully aligned with who you are. Your path is unfolding, and each moment is a stepping stone leading you closer to your truth. Honor yourself. Celebrate your existence. The angels are with you, guiding you every step of the way. You magnetize what is meant, and release what never was. Your light unsettled him, not because it was harsh, but because it was true. The angels say, you became a mirror he didn't expect. Not the kind that flatters, but the kind that reflects the parts of himself he tried to hide. He saw his longing in your tenderness, his loneliness in your presence, his forgotten self in your gaze. And it shook him, because when you walked into his life, you didn't just show him what love could feel like, you showed him what love required. Accountability, healing, truth. He wasn't ready. Not because he didn't care, but because he had built his identity around surviving, not feeling. And then came you. Soft-spoken but fierce. Unapologetically present. Magnetic without trying. The angels say, he wasn't prepared for someone who wouldn't abandon him, even when he tried to disappear. That's why it's been so confusing. So hot and cold. So full of pauses and contradictions. You activated something. And now, every time he sees you, he also sees himself. That's not your burden. That's your gift. You didn't come to complete him. You came to awaken him. And the mirror you hold is what his soul has prayed for. He doesn't tell anyone. But lately, he's been waking up with your name in his chest. The angels say, his soul is remembering what his mind tried to bury. There's a shift happening. Quiet, invisible, but real. He's starting to question the life he thought he wanted. The safety he built on routines that never touched his heart. The people he's surrounded by, who don't know how to see him. And in the silence of that questioning, there you are. Not loud. Not demanding. Just present. Like a melody that lingers long after the song has ended. The angels show me the signs around him. Dreams that echo your voice. Moments when your memory floods him without warning. A sudden wave of emotion when he smells something familiar. This is not fantasy. It's remembrance. His heart is awakening. Not just to you, but to who he is when he's with you. Because with you, he doesn't have to perform. He doesn't have to hide. He can just be. And that is terrifying and beautiful at once. The angels are near him now, whispering courage, softening the armor, making space for truth to rise. What comes next won't look like the past, because now he's beginning to choose from the soul, not the wound. You feel it, don't you? That rhythm of return and retreat. He comes close, then disappears. The angels say, it's not rejection, it's resistance. There is a cycle playing out, one born not of indifference but of fear. Each time he lets himself feel too much, he panics. Not because the feeling is wrong, but because it's too real. He's used to being in control, of not needing, of not hoping. But with you, there's no hiding. You don't chase. You don't manipulate. You simply are. And that is what terrifies him the most. Because he can't figure you out. He can't label this. And he definitely can't stop thinking about it. So he retreats. To feel safe again. To convince himself it's nothing. To rebuild the walls you keep dissolving without even trying. The angels show this as a pattern, not a punishment. He's learning, unlearning, fighting the old with the stirrings of the new. And each return holds a little more courage. Each silence is a little shorter. Each distance, less convincing. You are not caught in his indecision. You are witnessing his rebirth. Let him cycle. Let him wrestle. But never let his rhythm determine your own. The angels say, you are not a pause. You are a pulse. And love, real love, always finds its way back to the beat. He never expected to be healed by love. Especially not yours. Especially not now. But the angels say, your presence has been the balm to wounds he never dared to show. You didn't fix him. You didn't try to. You saw him, in all his contradictions, and you stayed soft. That alone unraveled years of self-protection. He was used to love as performance, as transaction, as a game with rules and roles. But with you, there was no mask. No need to win or lose. Just being, and being seen. That's what undid him. That's what still echoes through his heart even when he pretends not to feel. Because your love didn't demand. It offered. And in that offering, he remembered something pure. The angels show me how your words, even the smallest ones, stayed with him. How your laughter softened his armor. How your absence now aches more than he admits. You didn't save him. But you reminded him he was worth saving. And that is medicine. No ritual. No formula. Just your essence moving through his life like light through water. The angels want you to know, even if he never says it, he was changed. Not by what you did, but by who you were willing to be, freely, lovingly, without conditions. This isn't just timing. This isn't just coincidence. The angels say, you are both walking a path that was written long before you met. And right now, everything is aligning. Even what looks like delay is divine choreography. He may feel far. You may feel forgotten. But in the unseen, the heavens are weaving. There are decisions being softened, hearts being stirred, truths being whispered when the world gets quiet. The angels are guiding him now, not with noise, but with nudges, through dreams, through silence, through moments that leave him breathless and unsure why. You're not out of his story. You are the turning point, and it's coming. Soon. He will look at something ordinary, a note, a photo, a flash of memory, and it will click. That you were never just someone he met. You were the answer to a prayer he didn't know he asked. The angels say, trust the divine delay. It's not punishment, it's preparation. And when the time is right, not rushed, not forced, he'll return. Not confused, not half-present, but ready. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. There's a cry locked deep in his chest. One he's never spoken. One he barely lets himself feel. The angels say, he longs to be held, not just in arms but in truth. You see, love has always felt dangerous to him. Too close to exposure. Too close to being seen in the places he hides. And you got too close. Not with force, but with presence. Not with pressure, but with grace. He wanted to open up. He tried to. But something in him whispered, if she sees too much, she'll leave. So he stepped back. Chose silence. Wore strength as armor. But here's the truth. Your tenderness left a crack. And light is seeping through. The angels show me his thoughts. He replays conversations, imagines what he should have said, feels the weight of your absence like a door half closed but never locked. He wants to reach out. He doesn't know how. He's afraid you've moved on. Afraid you've stopped believing in what was never spoken, but always felt. Don't mistake his silence for absence. He is in the ache. And the ache is holy. The angels say, sometimes the strongest man is the one who breaks quietly behind a closed door, because love finally asked him to feel. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. Not everything has to be understood to be sacred. Not every answer needs to come today. The angels say, you are safe to release what you cannot control. You loved with an open heart. You stayed when it would have been easier to turn away. You saw his soul when even he couldn't. And now, you're being asked to surrender. Not the love, but the attachment to how it unfolds. He may return with clarity. He may still wander a while longer. But your peace is no longer tied to his pace. You have honored the divine assignment. You have poured light into dark corners, with nothing in return but silence. And even that was sacred. The angels now wrap you in quiet affirmation. Nothing you gave was in vain. If he is meant to meet you again, he will come whole. Not because you waited, but because you grew. Let your heart remain open, but your life stay your own. Let the memories be tender, but your hope rooted in the divine, not in outcomes. Some souls meet to heal, some to awaken, and some to love from a distance until God brings them home to each other. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are held. You are guided. You are free. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10.